Hey, it's Clay, and this will be a video chart on ticker symbol SPCE. We will take a look at the 30-minute time frame. I'm not sure what I mean by 30-minute. I do offer an explanation video at that link. Well, this one used to be, was very popular. A lot of people were bullish on it. And to give up, some perspective, it's not like the entire chart is destroyed, but I mean, it's definitely reversed around. And just from a macro perspective, I mean, yeah, right here is where it became, the darling. Everybody was talking about it once again. And since then, things have reversed around and, a very clear downwards channel has formed. But the nice thing is, downwards channels can certainly produce some nice, movements to the upside. And I'm not saying that's necessarily happening on Friday, but my core point here is it's at least worth keeping an eye on and seeing how this one continues to play out. And what I find very interesting headed into Friday, let me get it drawn up first, is this pattern right here, which is known as a falling wedge, and you might think falling wedge is a bearish pattern, which, logically speaking seems to make sense, but no, actually a falling wedge is a bullish pattern, whereas a rising wedge is a bearish pattern. But what I see here is a nice solid falling wedge. Now let me make a very important distinction if you're a beginner. Just because a bullish pattern has formed does not mean that for sure guaranteed the price is going up. My point here is it's at least a rational thought to have for people to be thinking, hey, maybe this thing's finally getting ready to show some upward momentum. Now, when I say upward momentum, I don't mean that this thing's going back up to $24, but from a trading standpoint, there could be some nice profitable opportunity because it's, again, not guaranteed, but a rational thought to have that if the price can work its way upwards and then get a break of that falling wedge, that could create quite a bit of upside buying pressure. On the flip side, though, and the exact same is true in the event the price ultimately comes down here and falls to the downside of the pattern. Well, at that point, because the pattern has now been broken to the downside, that could very well create quite a bit of downside selling pressure. But like I said, moral of the story here is, in our job as traders, is just not to make random decisions. And playing some sort of pattern and observing this pattern is by no means random. There's some likelihoods, not guarantees, but likelihoods. So that's, the power of patterns. So it'll be very interesting to see how this falling wedge pattern plays out over the next few days. First off, thanks so much for watching the entire video. Real quick, before you go, I want to invite you to a live webinar, web class, training, workshop, online event, whatever you want to call it, but it will be me live revealing to you what I've discovered that has allowed me to transform myself from being an employee to being my own boss, including how I had only one losing day out of 73 days in total. I'm going to cover 3 keys that have helped me unlock profitable consistency within the markets. The first key is super weird, but in a productive type of way. The second key is super awesome because it quite literally is wired into our DNA as humans, making it very easy to use. But in a cruel way, this becomes a pitfall for many traders. I'll explain it all though, including how to avoid the pitfall that it creates for some. And yeah, the third key, when you hear it, sounds way too good to be true, but it's not, and I'll show you how it all works. Then at the end, I open it up for a question and answer session that is, again, totally live. Even if you can't make the live session, please still sign up as it will be recorded, and you can go back and watch the replay that I will send you. Click the image on the screen or click the link down in the description box so you can get the date and time and claim your spot, which I should note is limited due to the fact that this truly is a live event. If you have any questions, let me know. If not, I'll be seeing you soon.